towards ISS. Sometimes they come up a bit early, so we're going to go ahead and start calling ISS. NA1SS, this is K6DUE, calling for scheduled school contacts. Over. NA1SS, here is K6DUE, calling for scheduled school contact. Over. NA1SS, here is K6DUE, calling for scheduled school contact. Over. NA1SS, here is K6DUE, calling for scheduled school contact. Over.
Kilo 6 Delta Uniform Echo, this is NA1SS, Ivy loud and clear, how me, over?
We copy you 5 by 5. We are ready to start school. Go ahead with your first question.
My name is Yusuf. How do you describe the world from space? Olive.
So the perspective looking out the window here from the International Space Station changes your view on everything. You look and you see our beautiful home planet Earth, and then you look away towards space and see blackness, and it just looks so vast with a couple of specks of light. So it makes you really appreciate our home planet.
My name is Pembeso. What is the most enjoyable experience you had in space? Over.
Pembeso, I think my most enjoyable experience, I've just been up here a week now, was when I first entered the International Space Station. I got to see my colleagues and good friends, some who had been up here nearly a year, and also the space station is just a marvelous machine. Over.
My name is Aybike. What do you usually miss in space? Over.
Becky, I'd say I probably missed 3 things. One is the people back home. 2 is taking real showers with running water. And 3, I miss some of the food back home.
My name is Mira. What do you do in an emergency in space? Over.
Here, we're very well trained for emergencies in space. We train together as a crew, and we each have our assigned roles. And one of the most important things you learn is to never separate yourself from your spacecraft, so that worst case you can get back home to Earth. Over.
My name is Dirin. Aren't you afraid of being in space? Over.
Dirin, you have reason to be afraid. Space can be very risky and scary, but I'm not afraid because we have a great team working with us, and we train very well for these situations and come in prepared for them. Over.
My name is Ebru. How do you feel when you're in space? Over.
Ebru, space feels amazing. One of my favorite things is the weightlessness. We can float around, and sometimes it makes me feel like a superhero because I can jump from what's considered the ground up to the ceiling and do a flip with ease. Over.
My name is Berat. What is space like? Over.
But I can tell you, for the International Space Station, it's kind of like a 3 or 4 bedroom house. It's about the size of a football field, and we have these amazingly large solar arrays to generate power. And one of the big differences, you can't go outside, but it's kind of like living on Earth except in weightlessness, so everything floats. Over.
My name is Ege. Is living in space what you expected? Over.
Ege, living in space, in many ways, is like I expected. We trained for a long time for this. I'd say the biggest challenge or thing that's new is dealing with objects float away, and so you can't just put something down. So it's really hard to not lose things. Over.
My name is Aras. What does the Earth look like from space? Over.
Aras, I hope you get to see this view someday. It looks incredible. It's at different times of day, as the sun's rising, you see this glow off the edge of the earth, off the horizon. At night, you can see the thunderstorms sometimes, or the city lights. And when you're just in the daytime, sometimes it's cloudy, and you just see beautiful swirls of white with the blue ocean. Over.
My name is Musa Can. How did you feel living the atmosphere? Over.
Musa Can, riding on the rocket, I took a Falcon 9 SpaceX rocket up to space, and it was an incredible ride. My favorite part is, it's a two-stage rocket, and when the first stage cuts out, you have a moment of, you feel weightless, and then the second stage gives you a boost and starts to rumble, so it was a really fun ride. Over.
My name is Özgür. What would you do if you were out of your essential materials? Over.
Mehmet, we try to keep very close track of every single thing, so we log as we use materials. We log it so that the folks back on the ground can plan accordingly to send us more stuff. However, if we did run out, I think we're used to trying to adapt and improvise with what we do have, and NASA does a really good job of that. Over.
My name is Benay. What experiments are you trying on ISS as your mission? Over.
Let's see, we have, I think, probably over 200 experiments going on the space station, some in which the ground are running and some where we're closely involved in. Probably some of my favorites are the ones on the actual human body ourselves, where we are the experiments. Over.
My name is Şevval. What are the differences between life in space and life on Earth? Over.
Seva, I think the biggest difference up here and what takes the most adjusting is that, as I said, things float. So, one, you can't just stand on the ground and push against something. You have to really stabilize yourself. And we use our feet often to wrap around things to stabilize ourselves. And then objects also float away. So constantly, if I don't keep track of something, it floats away and then I have to go find it later. Over.
My name is Ahmet. Does space smell? Over.
Ahmet, one interesting thing in space, if you don't have ventilation going, the air stays stagnant, so a smell will just hang around, and it's the same smells we get on Earth from food and stuff, but it just distributes differently. But we do have ventilation going here so that it doesn't just stagnate in one spot. Over.
My name is Eylül. Does space have an effect on your internal organs? Over.
If we're trying to study that in many ways, like for example, one study I'm involved in is we've seen lots of changes in eyes of astronauts who have been to space, and so seeing, hey, can we take a different medicine or something to counteract that effect? Over.
My name is Talha. What is your favorite food on the space station? Over.
I think my favorite food so far, I've just been here a week, so I haven't tried everything, but has been beef steak with mashed potatoes. Over.
My name is Eren. How do you wash your clothes on the ISS? Over.
Ebru, actually, a good question. We don't wash our clothes on the ISS, so we have to wear them for a certain period of time, and then we need to throw them out because there's no way to effectively wash them. So, for example, the pants I'm wearing right now I'll wear for a month before I change to a new pair. Over.
My name is Mecan. Which planet would you most like to visit in space? Over.
Matan, if I think I got to go to another planet other than Earth, I think I would like to go to Mars. It's our kind of sister planet and the closest one, and we've had rovers there for many years, so it would be nice to put humans there. Over.
My name is Naz. Is it comfortable sleeping in space? Over.
Naz, I've actually had some of the best sleep of my life here in space because you just float. I like to attach my sleeping bag to the wall and then just ball up in it and kind of float there. Over.
My name is Alisha. Do you have internet in space? Over.
We do have internet in space. There's a whole network of satellites and a spacecom network, and through that we're able to have internet, but it does cut out throughout the day multiple times, and then return. Over.
That was the last question. Thank you very much for great contact. School, do you want to give a cheer? Thank you for
Thank you so much for that. It was a pleasure talking to you, and you guys were actually my first ham radio call, so I'll remember this forever. Thank you.
Oh, you did a great job. NA1SS from K6CUE 73.
Thank you very much.
NA1SSL.
Thank you very much. From Turkey, we are very proud and very congratulations. We are happy to see you there. Thank you very much for your connection and for your support on 100th year of our Republic of Turkey. Thank you very much. Over.
Okay.
ISS now out of range. Thank you. You guys did a great job. We got all the questions through.
Yes.
Yes. All
Congratulations
completed.
also from my side. Everybody did a very good job. Perfect, I would say. All the questions have been answered. And we also got from the astronaut the feedback that she will remember forever, since it was the first school contact for her. So you also have this unique remember for you.
Thank you very much for your cooperation for all teams, all crews, and all ground stations. Everybody, thank you very much for your cooperation. Thank you. It's a great memory to be here with you.
Okay, so I think that we can conclude. Ken, Bob, you did a very good job. And also team, I realized that is also with you. So thanks for the very good job you did. Thanks everyone. Thanks Aris for making possible this event and all the agencies for making possible this. So again, congratulations to Turkey. We'll stay in touch. So provide us some pictures or information about what happened today there. And enjoy this very unique moment.